Howdy guys, welcome back to yet another hyper informative, hyper enthusiastic, non-monotone watch review from your favorite watch reviewer, Surreal Reviews. Alright, so today is yet again another Franken watch. Essentially what it is, it's Frankenstein in the watch world. So random parts, usually from the same manufacturer, put all together to make a watch. So it can be from different models and just put all together like a smorgasbord of watch parts and all that good stuff. Now, what you're looking at right here is a Camy Franken watch. I did get this from India, so one could only assume what's underneath that dial. Well, it is a Swiss movement. It is definitely a watch that is very reminiscent of a watch that I've always wanted. It's just that watch is not really a cheap watch, and that is the Omega Seamaster 300 Spectre. It's the James Bond watch, and this is very reminiscent of that. But as far as the original model for this Camy, I want to say this was just kind of thrown in all together. Before anything, I saw this watch on eBay, and it had the most hideous hands on it, both the hour and minute and the seconds hand. So I asked the seller if they can change it, and I sent them pictures of other watches they have on their eBay store, and sure enough, they were nice enough and they did it. Took a few days, and then they took some QC pictures and shipped it off my way. Gave me the tracking, and I got it 1 or 2 weeks later. So the reason why I'm telling you that is because maybe if you see a watch that you like on eBay, one of these Franken watches from India, it doesn't hurt to ask the seller, just message them, see if they can maybe change the hands on it. I just wanted to include that in this review so it can be kind of helpful for some of y'all that may be sold on a watch, but just a small little thing might be the determining factor, I guess. And for me, that was a determining factor. I'll try to find a picture of the old hands, or the hands that they were gonna send with this watch, and to me it just looked hideous, in my opinion. Didn't match the watch. Just wanted to include that, guys. Let's get straight into the basic info. Brand, Camy. Model, we're just gonna put Franken watch. I can't find the model on this. Inspired by, I'm gonna put none, but at the same time, it's very reminiscent of the Omega Seamaster 300 Spectra. So, movements, it's a mechanical movement, so you wind it up. It's a ST96 movement, to be more specific. Style, casual. Water resistance, I can't find anything, so when I can't find any information on that, I'm just gonna put none to be safe. And I don't have the weight on it. Case dimensions: width 35 millimeters, width including the crown 39 millimeters, thickness 10 millimeters, and lug to lug is 43 millimeters. Strap info. Now this next segment, this is going to be for the factory strap that was sent with the watch. I'll include photos of what the strap looked like. Obviously this that you're looking at, this NATO strap, is aftermarket. Pertaining to the factory strap, lug width 18 millimeters, length 19 centimeters, clasp, buckle, style, we'll just say it's a standard two-piece buckle style. Material, it's a alligator texture leather, it's black. Dial info, display, analog, logo, Camy, Geneva, 17 jewels, shockproof, it's Swiss made. Shape, well obviously, as y'all can tell, it's round. Crystal, acrylic, and it's a dome crystal. Pretty cool. Nice little touch to it. Case back, solid with the Camy logo on it. Pretty nice as well. Material, stainless steel. Marker type, arrow. And you can also say Arabic numerals as well. Hands, arrow, and a lollipop. Dial color, black. I guess we can say white as well. Crown, push and pull. It does have a fixed bezel. And the bezel does have numbers on them. I like that. It would have been awesome if it was black. And I'm curious if I can like somehow paint this black so it's a little bit more, closer to the Spectre. But if not, you know what? I'm gonna rock it like this. Movements. Manufacturer, FHF. Country, Switzerland. Type, mechanical. Model, ST96. Hacken, no. Joules, 17. Power reserve, 48. BPH, 18,000 BPH. Thickness, 4.5 millimeters. And diameter, 25.6 millimeters. Now that we got all the important info out the way, let's do a quick wrist shot. Boom. Now that you have seen this watch in all its glory on these beautiful wrists. As far as Camy, I can't find too much information on this company. I read somewhere that it was founded in New York, but they use Swiss parts. And then recently I read that they were founded in Switzerland in 1917. There is kind of minimal information in that regards. You don't really hear about this manufacturer really, but because it did look like the Spectre watch, and it was fairly cheap, and I could get the NATO strap that I wanted, I just said, you know what, I'll just get it, but that was really the main reason for that. San Martin, that will probably be a watch I'll get. Maybe I'll aim for Christmas or my birthday. I'll try to find a special date and I'll get the SN051. I'm curious if any of y'all own that watch, what your experience is on that watch. That would be my ultimate next step to this Spectre watch. But for now, this watch compared to that San Martin is literally like almost 5% of just that San Martin. I mean, this watch was very affordable. That's the ultimate goal as far as getting a Spectre homage. And if one day down the road I have an opportunity to get a Spectre, sure, awesome. But for now, by the end of this year, I would like to get the SN051 from San Martin. And like I said, please chime in on that watch if y'all own that watch. As far as the NATO strap, this is the NTTD style NATO strap, the No Time to Die, which is the latest James Bond movie. I wanted that to kind of add on to the uniqueness, because to me, I like the No Time to Die strap, but the Spectre watch itself. The No Time to Die watch, it's nice, but not as much as the Spectre. So literally, like, if you get those 2 James Bond watches from Omega and swap out the accessories and everything, that's kind of like my ultimate watch. Well, as far as the Spectre with the No Time to Die NATO. I will say this, I do not know if you can tell on any of the videos, but I was wearing this earlier in the week and I'm like, man, something is off about this watch. And as I kept looking at my wrist, I'm like, man, what is it? Took it off and I looked at it, and sure enough, the dial is misaligned. Ever so slightly, but enough that I can definitely notice it if I start looking for it. That's nitpicking, especially for the price, but that's why I always try to tell people when they go into this watch world, especially like a Franken watch or something, or even just an AliExpress watch, try to ask for QC pictures. It doesn't hurt. Now, would I have said something if I noticed it? Yes, even though I looked at the pictures and it looked fine. You know, there's only so much you can do with pictures. But if I noticed it on the picture, I would definitely have them correct that issue. And to some people, that's a big issue. Now, to me, like I said, it's nitpicking because of the price I paid. But if this was a San Martin SN051 and that dial was misaligned like that, yeah, I would definitely have a major issue with San Martin not getting that corrected. So, just a food for thought, guys. Ask for QC pictures. If the requests aren't just abnormal, you can always ask the seller for more pictures, or like in this situation, I asked for them to change the hands and they did that. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask, guys. I've got one more Franken watch left for y'all. It's an orange dial, I believe. Like a forest green or emerald green is pretty much the only color I don't have. I've got pretty much every basic color. I'm pretty much super NATO biased now. Like, I've put a NATO, I think I put 5 or 6 NATO straps on like the last half dozen watches that I've gotten in the last 4 months or so. Like always, you know the drill. Like, comment, share, subscribe. My Instagram, shoot me a DM if you have any questions, or leave a comment below. And shoot me some recommendations for any other, entry-level watches. And I'll consider it and take a look into it. And off to the next one, guys. See ya.